beautiful people. You're welcome to our newspaper review today on TAF TV, and my name is Jennifer Adawamo. And with me here on the newspaper review today is Mr. Victor. So, Mr. Victor, you're welcome.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
You're looking very good today.
And you too, looking so bluey.
Wow! This is my seeing you since after the weekend. So, how did your weekend go?
Smooth. I had a very cool one. How about you?
Fine. Anyways, let me say, here in Port Harcourt, we have very beautiful places, and I happened to visit one of the places, though I wouldn't mention the name, so that you won't steal my place, because I'm still really trying to make some findings about that place. So I don't know where did you visit during the weekend?
No, all home. Mostly at home. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I watched the World Cup. So
the World Cup that kicked off on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did it go?
So smooth. Is a festival that the world beholds on. It's the biggest festival.
It was actually a long wait.
Yes.
It was actually a long wait. But this particular World Cup, the people are always saying that there's this thing that's saying it is a controversial one.
Yes. Yeah, controversial because of, well, come to think of it, we have our opinions in life, but somehow, the LBGT family are not really happy with the Qatarians, as in the organizers of the World Cup, because of they cannot have their way.
It's a Muslim country, for Christ's sake, right?
Yes, but you also know that mostly Americans, not just Americans, the West, they see the world as a free place. Okay?
A free place.
Okay, but they should also, well, it's a very complex topic, okay?
It's a very complex topic anyway, but I said whenever I see a lover of football, somebody like you, you are this person that you have a touch of everything, In fact, I see you that you know everything.
No, I don't.
You don't know everything anyway, but I see that. I said, whenever I see you, and I'm seeing you today, and I said, I want to ask, what is this thing that have made the World Cup a controversial one?
But aside the LGBT thing, one thing that makes it controversial for me is that of beer.
Beer?
Yeah, I'm coming. My issue for the World Cup is that there are no beers in the stadium.
Why is it sold outside the stadium, right?
Yeah, outside the stadium. But mind you, football and beer go together. Okay?
Football and beer goes together?
Yes,
wow,
yes. But I'm not advertising beer, okay? I'm not preaching beer, okay? But wait. For the fact that why I'm also having an issue with FIFA and the Qatarians, that's the Qatar.
The Qatar, yes.
Yeah, the organizers or the hosts rather, is that why they release the information late? They were dragging the whole thing. Yes, they provided places, spots for drinking of beer outside the stadium.
And but 8 stadiums, right?
Yes. Okay. But my issue is that why didn't you make it so plain that people will not drink their beer in the stadium during the games? I'm coming.
Maybe people already come with beer.
I'm coming. Reason is that because they made this announcement just about 48 hours to the game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But whether they have forgotten that Budweiser, the brand Budweiser, they are the official beverage of the beverage sponsor of the World Cup.
Yes.
Okay. You do not just by 48 hours bring out such a ban.
Yes,
it was just strong hit. Oh my! So it's not unfair to them, and I know that they will go and sue FIFA. Well, that aside, come on.
Anyways, changes are constant. Let us expect changes. Yeah. Changes are very
I totally understand. It is their country, so they have the right. Okay, to say don't bring in beers to our country, just like the US. They still have their rights. The West have their rights in their countries.
Yes.
Okay? But my issue here is that FIFA and the host, you were supposed, at least for the sake of Budweiser, their business owner, they paid so much millions to have their brand there in Qatar.
They should have finalized this on time.
Of course. So for me, it doesn't go well.
Anyways, like I said, beer is my issue with everything you've said. I just can see that you really enjoyed the weekend. So you're welcome. You're welcome once again.
Thank you so much.
All right, dear, my lovely people outside there. This is still TAF TV, and here on the newspaper review, we take a look at the headlines and we try to go into it and break it down. That is very, very entertaining, and it is also very educating. You can keep checking us out on our website. That is www.tavmedia, and you can also check us out on our Facebook, and you can also do that on our YouTube page. You can drop your comments. You can also click on our subscribe button. So thank you for being with me, and let's rush into our first paper for the day. We have The Guardian, and what we have here, we have Buhari reignites politics of oil in North, close to another election. Buhari reignites politics of oil in North, close to another election. And we have another one here in the page 6. It says, Obi, in 2023, we need a competent and fit leader. We need a competent and fit leader. There's another one here. It says, Southeast youths call for Soludo's impeachment. And that you can find on the Guardian page 7. The Guardian page 7, it says, Southeast youth call for Soludo's impeachment. Confusion as Ekiti Assembly elects another speaker within 6 days. Confusion as Ekiti Assembly elects another lead speaker within 6 days. That you can find in the page 5. And this says, Kogi too hot for criminals under bail, says IGP. You can also see this in page 30. And finally here we have one that says, Osun PDP enjoins members to pray fast over Adeleke's inauguration. Osun PDP enjoins members to pray fast over Adeleke's inauguration. And that is in the page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. All right, over to you, Mr. Victor. So we have Buhari reignites politics of oil in North, close to another election.
Okay, yeah. Before the 2019 election, if we can recall, that the president, General Muhammad Buhari, was there in the North, especially in Lake Chad. He was in Lake Chad.
In Lake Chad,
yeah,
yes.
in before the 2019 election, for them to start exploring for oil. Okay.
Yeah.
No, not exploring, prospecting. To start prospecting, as in to start searching for oil. Okay.
Yes.
So now that's raised some kind of will I say dust from some person from the southern part of Nigeria, and they were like, oh, come on, why are we wasting funds trying to search for oil?
Okay.
Okay, when we already have wells, we have oil wells, we have resources, we have the gas already, we have them in these particular areas. Why don't we channel our energy, channel our resources to increase the numbers that we have on already our reserved areas? Why don't we go in there and get more products than going to search in the North for oil? Okay. But you know, Nigeria, we should also remember that Nigeria is a divided country. We are not really unified. So when issues like this pop up, you find one side of the divide, lamenting or crying blue mother.
Saying,
are you getting me?
Yes, I'm with you.
But yes, we should also know that Northerners would also want such resources to them. Why? Why? Because they want to be part of the 13% derivation. Why? Because they want to have more jobs in their region.
From the oil producing.
Yes, they want to feel the impact of these oil companies in their region. Okay? We cannot shy away that some communities in this Niger Delta region, they are so wealthy because of the emoluments, the taxes that they collect from these companies. Christmas is on the corner.
Excuse me,
many companies will share rice.
Excuse me, Mr. Victor, let me cut you short. Are you trying to tell me that the NDDC states are more wealthy than the northern states? Is that what they're trying to say?
Yes, not all, but in many cases, some communities.
Okay,
in the Niger Delta region.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to Christmas periods, when it comes to scholarships. Come on, some communities get a lot.
Because of the oil companies that are situated in those communities.
In their places. Some communities, like in southern Niger, some communities, they don't have they don't have the national grid, that's electricity going through them, but they have standby heavy generators that gives them light. They have lecturers in their schools, reason because of the oil companies. Are you getting me? They have at least an average hospital. So these people in the north, they want such facility to come to them. So when When the government of Buhari, who is a northerner, who wants to also give to his people,
Okay.
not minding that, yes, I know that there will be some fractions and all that, or gist and all that about nepotism
There
and
is
favoring your own
already.
persons.
There is
Are
already.
you getting me? But see, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How will you feel when the governor of your state is from your community and he does not bring the good and tidings of government to your community? How will you feel at the end of the day?
Excuse me, are you expecting me to answer this
Answer my
question?
questions.
Okay, if I want to be the real me, you know, I won't feel very okay. But on the other hand,
no,
don't go there. This is talking. This one now comes with favoritism or nepotism. Let me say that. For the fact that the number one man is from my place doesn't mean that everything will happen in my place.
So let me not ask you now. Let me not ask you. Okay. So let me even go to. Oh, come on. Let me even go to Christianity, for instance.
Okay.
Now, okay. Yeah. Although they say in the Bible that. Come on. Am I preaching? No, I'm not preaching. They say in the Bible that Jesus, our Christ and Savior, that his people rejected him. Okay. But mind you, he still brought the word to his people. Are you getting me? Yes. So it is natural instinct that when you are up there in the society, are you a medical doctor? Are you a teacher, a professor? You want to bring something back home.
It can only be that for outsiders. Yes. You're supposed to bring it back home because charity begins at home, they say.
At home.
You know, Mr. Victor, sorry for cutting you short, but I wanted to remind you that in as much as the Northerners are very happy about this particular strike, and we're also talking about the advantage of the oil that has been discovered in so many other regions. Let us remember that in as much that there are advantages like the oil companies, their development, and there are also so much disadvantages to it because in so many of these South Ijaw areas, Isoko, and mention a few, you notice that they don't have good drinking waters. They don't have accessible, as in, sometimes their water is so bad that their land is so polluted that they can't even farm. So I just hope that these people are ready to embrace everything that comes with whatever Buhari is trying to do.
This newspaper review will not be enough for us to discuss many things about the oil industry, okay? But let me also now let me now tell you just a bit. Let me start with you mentioned about them depleting the environment and causing so much spill that affects their water and their habitats. Yes, it happens. Because why? Because we do not, on the government side, okay, we do not have strong policies that will checkmate these oil companies when these things happen. Also, note that when this spillage occurs, there's usually there is supposed to be avenues that these companies will come in and help the people. Okay. What then happens? You have to provide them water. It's a short thing. You provide them water. All those people that their farmland has been affected, you pay them for their farmlands for being affected. Let me tell you.
To go and buy farm outside.
No. For them to sustain themselves over the period of time when you do your clearing, when you do your cleanup. Okay. But now, let me now tell you something also has happened over the years whereby these payments have also been made to many people in different communities, like Eleme community.
The Ogoni land, right?
Not Eleme is in Ogoni land though.
And they're still cleaning up till today.
Yeah, that's the far Ogoni. Okay, when you go to Gokana and Kana. But when we are talking about Eleme that is just so very close to Obiakpo here. Eleme, their youths were giving so much money sometime last year. When I mean a young boy, in fact, a small boy of 6 years old can be allocated so much millions. That even
is this a fact?
True fact. Go there and ask. True fact that they were allocated monies, okay, because they won a case against Shell. So Shell paid them for the charges of the case because of oil spill and all that happened in their community. My dear, when they pay this money, oh my God. If you see the way these people useless the money. Let's not even go there. Yes. If you want more, go and ask them.
That is that.
But let me just end this with this what's happening in the north. Yeah, today Buhari is going to the north to inaugurate the other side of prospecting,
close
OPL.
to another
Okay.
election. You know, we just have
Close to
about
another
95
election.
days
Yes, exactly.
before the 2023 election.
Exactly.
Okay.
But now look at the issue here. The issue here is that, yes, we know that the president is the minister of petroleum. So many
Yes.
things go on his table. But the question now is, this prospecting that is going on,
Okay.
how open, how transparent is the government
It's the government.
with it? Okay, the NNPC through the PIA, that's the Petroleum Industrial, has been mandated to show their transparent nature. Come open. Let's also know the method you are using to prospect.
Okay.
Those are the issues right now.
Okay.
The method you are using to prospect and the monies that will be involved or that are already involved in these processes.
Okay.
You've not shown us,
Okay.
and this is in quote Nigerian money. In as much as yes, this is a private company, to be crying out loud.
Okay.
NNPC is already private. So
Okay.
why is it that we are not seeing transparency so that we will know whether the government are the ones funding or NNPC are the one funding the project? I don't know if you get that.
I'm with you.
Then you also note that during the last time, that's before the 2019 election, that the probing happened. Unfortunately, yes, they found oil, or there was prospect for oil, okay. But during the drilling process, while trying to go drill, there was so much insecurity happening up there. That's the Lake Chad Bonu region.
Yeah.
But right now, this is coming to the Gongola Basin, okay, which is closer to the Gombe region.
Yeah.
And Bauchi. So let's just hope. For me, I want them to also have their oil reason so that they can also have the fuel. Yes, some persons, especially the dividers of the country, the ones that want us to divide, will be like, if the oil they not want to, if that's what you want, they should go get their oil and carry their own and go. But wait, well, that's not a topic for today. I'm just making my points. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Victor, thank you very much for really getting into that topic. All right, for more on that particular topic, that's Buhari Reignites politics of oil not close to another election, you can pick up a paper. That you can pick up the newspaper, that's the Guardian newspaper, and check more. You can also check on our website, that is on www.tabmedia.com. So we'll go to our next paper here. We have on the Daily Independent, respect our part or we'll return to the trenches, as warns FG. Respect our part or we will return to the trenches, as warns FG. There's another one we have there. It says, Minister disowns suspicious 206 billion naira inserted into ministry's 2023 budget. And that you can find on the page 7 of the Daily Independent paper. We also have Ekiti Assembly Boys gets new speaker, impeaches Aribishogon. Ekiti Assembly Boys gets new speaker and impeaches. Please, can you help me with that name, please?
Ari. I call him Ari. I keep it so simple.
Okay. Yeah. Ekiti Assembly Boys gets new speaker, impeaches Aribishogon, and that you can find on the page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper. We have another one. It says 11 Benue family members die after eating food. That's on the page 7 of the Daily Independent. 11 family members die in Benue after eating food. And we have government abduct former Akeredolu's aide, demand 100 million naira ransom. And finally, we'll have one here. It says, youth threaten to dump refuse at Anambra Government House. If you want this, you can check this out on page 6 of the Daily Independent. So, Mr. Victor, let us go into the business of the day. Which one do you find more interesting?
Let's talk about Ekiti. It was a very funny thing that played out there.
Okay.
So reports are coming that already the news is up there that their speaker of the House of Assembly in Ekiti State has been impeached. Okay. So you ask what then happened. Okay. Mind you, just some weeks ago, their former speaker died after a brief illness.
Yes.
Okay, and he was then replaced by Ari. Yeah. So he was replaced, and there were issues within the party. You know, Ekiti State is an APC state.
Yes.
And their former governor Fayemi. So there are insinuations that Fahimi doesn't like
This particular one.
this particular guy, and that also prompted about seven House of the House of Assembly members came together. So I mentioned 7 out of 25, okay?
Yes.
So this is coming from Ari. Ari says that 7 out of 25, meaning that they've not met the quota or they've not met a quorum, okay? So, but the deputy speaker was the one that called for the meeting, and he spearheaded the impeachment processes, okay? So the deputy speaker came out to say no, that they were 17. So the issue now is, were they 7 or were they 17? 17 means that yes, they've met a quorum, okay? But now they allegedly impeached Ari is now saying that they should provide video evidence because they have cameras in their House of Assembly complex. Okay?
Yeah.
So, but you know Nigeria now, this might just be swept under the carpet, okay? Especially if you have a governor that is backing you, this might just be swept up under the carpet and life goes on.
Are you sure about that? Because what is happening these days, before you know it, they'll go to court.
Okay, well, it now boils down to having a very credible court that will take the case and also bringing out very substantial evidence. Okay, and just like you mentioned, if this can, like what I just said, if it can happen, then I think he has a fight.
Yes, he has a fight because I think there's no new speaker yet.
No, they've installed a new speaker, a lady for that matter.
A lady. Yeah. Wow. And I wanted us to talk about ASU, you know, ASU, but I don't even know what to say about this ASU.
Yeah, they say you're going back to the trenches.
I wanted to understand which one is the trenches.
And because they live in the trenches now, lecturers are living from hand to mouth. So many lecturers are living by 001. You know what I mean? They miss breakfast, miss lunch, eat dinner, because if they don't eat dinner, they might just pass out from their sleep. Lecturers are going through a lot right now, so they are threatening that they might just go back to their trenches.
You know, I never knew that. I had this thing about, I was thinking lecturers are this kind of, this particular sect of people in the society that are very rich, you know. So I don't know the word.
Lecturers are going through a lot.
I don't know why lecturers will be using that word, trenches. That is to tell Nigeria that this is really, really getting out of hand, you know. So please, to me, I don't like what is happening to the education sector here in Nigeria. They should do something about it.
But there's still a crazy part of this lecturer thing.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's just the Nigerian problem. Okay. Lecturers are complaining, or they are demanding their rights. Increased pay, because the economy has gone so bad. Aside increased pay, revitalize our universities, pump in more money so that our universities can have a better face.
Yes.
But my issue now is on the side of our lecturers. In some cases, the devils among them. The devils among them are also spoiling their names, because there's a new report that I got that a lecturer was caught hands down with a student. My dear, when will that end? That is another big issue that we should be talking about, not just only about...
another issue on its part.
Yeah.
That is another thing to do with.
And the search for great thing is still there.
Yes.
It's still there.
Yes, and Mr. Victor, you know that Nigeria, they have not kept quiet about that. I can remember the other time, the issue of the Unilag lecturer with the Unilag students, you know, they had to deal... They dealt with it. They dealt with it, and they have not kept quiet about that. In as much as they're not keeping quiet about such. So why should they keep quiet about the upkeep of these lecturers, especially these federal schools? Because I don't think they have another source of income. Even if they do, they're still answering the lecturers, and at the end of the day, you say go back to class, and you're still saying operation no work, no pay. When you've not paid the ones that you're owing, they need to pay up. They should pay up so that these lecturers can calm down and give the students what they have. That is my own.
Complex situation, because personally, I'm also by the side of the lecturers. But just like what I explained, see, you cannot just be fighting this fight, and also you are reducing your image. Are you getting me?
Okay.
Nigerian lecturers, we have very smart Nigerian lecturers.
Yeah, coming from somewhere, yes.
But when you cannot just be spoiling your name at the same time.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, just even another news that happened. I don't know why Nigerian lecturer. The news that I got from, is it Liberia, an African country, that a Nigerian lecturer too was sacked because of sex for grade.
Outside this country?
Outside this country. So I do not understand the kind of, will I say it, disease.
Wow.
Eh?
Okay, Mr. Victor. You know one thing why I like you. You're just too current. You're too current. All right, my lovely people. We'll go for a short break, and when we return, we'll go over to the next paper.
Now that you have registered for your PVC, it doesn't stop there. Ensure you pick up your PVC. Be alert. Join many Nigerians to vote credible leaders that will change the tide of this nation. Do not sell your vote. Remember, this is our future. Your vote is your voice.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited.
You're welcome back. Okay, we'll move over to another of the daily newspapers, and this is the Daily Times. Here on the Daily Times, we'll have the big one here. It says, 2023, no excuses, blame games if Nigerians hire me. No excuses or blame games if Nigeria hire me. And this is coming from the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, says, job of a leader is to find solutions, deal with issues, build a better country. Denies offering Kwankwa some money to step down from him. Says, job of a leader is to find solutions, deal with issues, build a better country. Denies offering Kwankwa some money to step down for him. And the next one here says, how to avoid electoral violence in 2023 by Khan Sultan. How to avoid electoral violence in 2023 by Khan. This you can see on the page 5 of the Daily Times. And we have another one here that says, refurbished National Theatre, game changer for creative industry. That is on the page 2 of the Daily Times newspaper. And the least but not the least for today, we have, I will reenact Balewa's administrative legacies. And that's coming from Atiku. This you can find also in the page 2 of the Daily Times newspaper. All right, over to you, Mr. Victor.
Okay, let's do OB.
Okay, I know you want to talk about that. No excuses.
Yeah, no excuses. Okay, and he used a very strong word, which I was so surprised to, that it came from him. What did he say? That he would rather die.
I would rather die.
Okay, than disappoint the Obedience family. Yeah, he said he's.
Nigerians will wait for that.
I would rather die.
Nigerians will
that was
really
just
wait.
too hard. Okay, and if you also check the atmosphere within the southern part of Nigeria, I'm not going to the north to ask them. Yeah, but yeah, I was in Abuja some time ago, and you see even people supporting Obi. But wait, mind you, before the 2015 election,
okay,
there was just so much hope from the people. Mind you, I know you might not be part of it, but a major part of Nigerians were seeing hope when Buhari was coming in. Okay?
I was part of it.
Okay. And that hope was built on corruption, that he will be coming to fight corruption.
Yes.
Look at the state of corruption right now. The state of corruption that even the humanitarian minister said that she does not know that her budget has been padded 10 times. Budget. Your budget was padded 10 times.
A woman,
mind you, you appropriate your budget from your office first, though, and you will sign on the papers to say, okay, this is my budget, and it's going forth. When your budget returned, you're now seeing that your budget has done 10 times. And not that you found it yourself. You are being told that
you're claiming unaware.
Say, I don't know.
I don't know.
In this country. So Nigerians, with the big hopes that we had for Buhari,
that minister,
he failed them. He failed his people. He failed his supporters. We cannot shy away from that. Yes, he's been trying to
really failed me.
He's been trying to find ways to win back some souls.
Especially in the dollar, naira, something.
Oh, come on. 1 naira to $1.
He was very...
So why am I bringing up these things?
Okay.
It's because of P2B. Just in case he wins. Okay? Nigerians. I'm telling Nigerians. Don't carry all your faith and hope and put in one man. Are you getting that?
Okay.
Sometimes I go to people's shops, maybe to do a transaction on the other. You'll be
Okay.
hearing the hell. We can't wait for Obi to come in, so that things will start getting.
It is like Nigerians are actually expecting too much from this man.
My dear, people are just chillaxing, waiting let Obi just come and start, so that things will start working well. And I tell them, you are wasting your time.
Okay.
You better work on yourself. If you should be investing on yourself right now, keep investing on yourself. Don't be waiting that when a new government comes in, is it Obi, is it Tinubu, or is it Atiku, that will make a pivotal change in your own life, your own personal life. My dear, it might not just work. Let me use the word, it might not just work. Okay?
Yes, that brings me to it, because sometimes when I'm alone, especially when someone have gotten to this suffrage age, the 18 years, when I'm alone, I begin to think, I say, is it that when a particular person comes into power, is he the one that is going to do all? I will say no. He has other people that are going to do this. So how will he know if these people are actually for him or against him? There's one thing about being the right person. When you're claiming to be the right, there's also some people somewhere trying to say, Oga, you cannot be this, so you cannot say you are good. You make people to see that you are actually this. So that particular word, that thing you're saying is really, really.
And mind you, Nigeria is a country torn apart.
Yes.
It's a country that has been destroyed. Let me use the word destroyed. I know what it takes. It takes a shorter time to destroy something, but to build it back, it takes a whole lot of time. Now, like this building we are, it might just take this building like 1 week to level it
What
down.
is 1
but,
week?
Well, I'm just trying to.
I'm telling you, if you want to pull this building down, just give it 30. What is 30 minutes? That's what I tell people. I tell people that it takes for development to take place. There need to be going down, bringing down things that has been there for ages. They need to be scattering before you begin to build.
Exactly.
Now, when that time comes, people will be expecting an immediate turnaround. But because this thing has spoiled for a long time, you need to gather and plan very well.
So it might just take Obi. Miraculously, might take him 8 years.
That is if he wins, right?
Yes, if he wins, or any good government out of the 3. Sorry, I'm just using 3 because one might say 18.
Mr. Victor, I want to remind you what he said. He said that when he gets into seats, right, that he wouldn't be those kind of persons that will say, I meant an empty treasury or begin to blame it on so persons, that he's going to work with whatever he has.
Rhetorics. Okay, the major thing is when any of them gets in there, they should know that Nigerians should know that the best that they can do is to take us back to Jonathan's time. But if you see, to transform this country back to the good old days that we were even thinking those good old days were very bad days. Are you getting that?
Yes.
We need to go back to those good old days in quotes, so that we can now have a very strong framework for other leaders to start working on. Not that tomorrow another leader will come, scatter everything, and want to start another framework. My dear, it will not go easy, man. It will not. Tough times.
Thank you very much, Mr. Victor. Thank you very much for being on the show with me. And I still want to assure you that this is the best place to be on TAV TV for your newspaper review and more. TAV TV is a place for infotainment. That's why you can go check us out on our social media platforms, and you can also join us on our YouTube page to watch the newspaper review and to drop your comments. Thanks for being with me, and remember, I'm your very favorite one, Jennifer Adawamo, and I really, really appreciate your stay with me here today, Mr. Victor. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.